This is E-Commerce Uncensored. Brought to you by Fast Forward Unlimited. We're coming to you fully loaded and exposed with all the strategies and techniques for growing your e-commerce business.
Hey everyone, and thanks for joining us on another episode of E-Commerce Uncensored. This is episode number 107. My name's Kevin Manel, and I'm here with
Jason Caruso
and Paul Chu.
I paused for a second because my levels went really high there for a minute.
Your levels on here are always high.
They are?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because I have to compete with your loud mouth
That's
all
true.
the time.
Sure.
So we got a little bit of a different scenery here at the office today.
Today,
yesterday, and upcoming weeks.
yeah,
It's great.
we're growing.
Yeah, we got some new people. Brianna, say hello.
What's up?
I don't think you can hear it at all.
I don't know if you guys can hear it or
I
not.
don't think so.
So we have three new people here: Brianna, Tamara, and Tiffany.
Yes.
Each of them are going to work with one of us.
Or straighten us out.
Straighten our asses out.
Yeah. We had just a bunch of dudes in here for so long.
Yeah, it's listen, I'm not going to take credit for this, but I am.
You take credit for everything.
Well,
So you don't have to say that.
What are you about to take credit for?
I said I wouldn't even look at a guy's resume. Am I allowed to say that?
I guess so.
All right. Well, I was emphatic. Emphatic? Is that a word?
Just say it with normal words.
Yeah.
And then you won't have to worry about it.
Emphatic about getting like women in here because it's all dudes. I gotta look at you guys all the time.
Adamant. Brianna just hit it.
Emphatic.
Adamant.
Adamant.
You were very
What's the
adamant.
difference? Look it up. Well, you guys are not on my level, you millennials.
We're going to need some fact checkers.
Oh my god.
But thank you. So today we're going to talk about the great debate about
One of the great debates.
Yeah.
The great debate is creative versus conversion. That's
Yeah.
the great debate.
Well,
But
it
this is
should be
also
interesting, too, because we
a good
just
one.
got into this argument at lunch.
yeah.
So we're just
It's fresh.
continuing it into our podcast here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, organic reach on social media. Is it worth building your followers to grow your organic reach, or should you just pay?
For the rest of your
Or
life.
should you do both? Or what's...
Ooh, both.
Yeah.
Well, let's back up a little bit.
Get a fusion.
If you're yes, you can post something organically and then boost it if you want, but that's besides the point. Before we get into that, I want to talk about my favorite email marketing / relationship building platform, and that is Klaviyo. If you're not, well, let me just tell you a story about Klaviyo real quick. So one of our bigger clients, we talked them into. They were reluctant about this. We talked them into sending more relationship type building emails, like storytelling emails. And they're like an e-commerce brand. So you guys don't even know how tough this was for Lisa. Like she's like, I'm a little nervous about this. You sure? I don't know. I'm like, Lisa, just trust me. You guys hired us to help you with this. Trust me. She's like, all right, I'm going to trust you. Okay. So she creates an email and it looks like there's creative in it. I'm like, Lisa, no creative. It's a story.
Yeah.
Lisa.
Plain text emails. We talked about this last week, too.
So long story short, we talked in a couple episodes ago about how your job is to find a way to email your list as much as possible without annoying them, right? And we talked about how sending out stories and emails that give them value and those sort of things, like that builds that relationship. So long story short, we created 3 emails, right? So like when you send out an offer, you only can do that so many times. We spoke about that too. Long story short, we started this new process with them, and literally 3 emails that were just plain text. The first one did, I think, this was just a story about the company. It made like $3,000. The second one was a testimonial. It did like $6,000.
Really? You didn't even tell me that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the third one was an offer, and that thing is like $7,000 or something.
Wait, did that go out already?
Yes, that went out yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is that we're kind of like building these people up through daily. Really wasn't daily, but it was more often. So the revenue is like through the roof for those 3 days, right? Whatever it is, $15,000-$20,000. I can't do the math, but the revenue is through the roof. We're able to contact people, and now they're even getting emails from their list saying how great these emails are. So,
which they wouldn't normally respond
no,
to.
They
like
wouldn't
a
normally
creative type offer
exactly.
email.
Now there is a place for both of them, plain text and email. You do them together simultaneously, but it allows you to email them more when you can send them plain text emails. And I was going with Lisa through the predictive analysis that Klaviyo does is insane. Like, we were looking through it, and we opened up someone's profile. It said this is exactly what it said. This client or this customer has purchased $875 since they became a customer, and we're predicting on July 13th that they're going to make a purchase of $57.
Wow, that's insane.
Insane.
That's all in Klaviyo.
All in Klaviyo.
That's great.
So if you want to sign up for Klaviyo, ecommerceuncensored.com/email. It will redirect you. The first 250 contacts are free. And if you want to join our Facebook group, which is growing, ecommerceuncensored.com/Facebook, you will be redirected to Facebook and our group. So hope to see you there.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah. Now let's talk about this fight we had. Let's talk about this fight we had at lunchtime.
Yes, so let's dive into it.
Okay. Yeah, because this
I think it was more like 5-on-1. I think you were
because
overwhelmingly.
It's 5-on-1, and this is why sometimes I get a little annoyed. Is like, I don't feel like you've researched it. I feel like you're just telling me how you feel, and I actually researched this stuff.
You research it. It's funny for you research things a certain way. Like when you just looked up things on Google, you search it in a way that predetermines what results you're going to get.
That's not true. This is what I wrote in the email. I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. I mean, in Google.
And I'd like to know how much research you've actually done on this subject.
Percentage of organic reach on Instagram. That's all I'm saying. That's all it said. And then the first three.
And then you go through and you pick the ones that follow your theories.
Let me do the first three. Your Instagram organic reach will soon be 0. Why Instagram organic reach is about to fall into Facebook.
But it cannot be 0. You would just see ads all the time, Jason. Just like Facebook can never be 0.
Do you consider me being a very social media active millennial research? If anything, I think it's past that. It's lifestyle. Like, I live it. So I understand. And I'm not arguing marketing like logistics with you. I think you're correct if they're going to change the algorithm. I'm just talking about the impact and influence that like a natural following on social media has. That's all I'm talking about.
No, and I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication because I think Joe Rogan, let's say, for example, right, he has a huge following. People check in on him all the time. My point was, if you stop checking in on him, within days, you will never see another post from him. Within days. So the point is that they're only going to show you things that you interact with, like, now.
I don't think that's true. Because I get shit all the time on Instagram that I haven't done anything with. I see it constantly.
Okay. Well, let's research it and then see what you come up with.
I can do some. I mean, I haven't done research, but I know that posting organically is an important thing for a business to do, not just pay for ads for the rest of their lives. I think the two of the things can go hand in hand.
See, I disagree. I think that if you're a business, and partly why Instagram and Facebook want you to become a business account is because they determine how much of your reach is going to be shown, and they want you to pay for it.
No, we're not disagreeing that. I totally understand how that works.
So then your premise that we're going to pay for ads forever it doesn't make any sense because you are going to pay for ads.
But they're also going to make a platform that has a user experience where you're going to get the information. You're going to get things that you enjoy seeing. The algorithm is going to predict that, basically.
Recently, when I say recently, like within years, I'm sorry. It used to be that Facebook, you posted something on Facebook and literally all your friends see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you post something on Facebook and 1 or 2 or 3% other people see it. That's it.
Are you talking about friends or are you talking about fans?
Well, both. Either one. Pick one. I don't see all 1,000 of my friends' stuff.
No, I see, and they predict what kind of content I want to see.
Right.
Right.
Right. So there was
But
a
I
big,
don't engage with all of them.
no, but there was a big uproar about this. Like, there are people that are like, that got off, that left Facebook because they're like, I paid all this money to grow my following, and now you're telling me I have to pay you again to show my stuff to them. If you look, Facebook just did an algorithm update where, like, they took out the number of paid advertising in your algorithm. I mean, I'm sorry, in your newsfeed. Like, it's getting less and less and less, right?
They took out paid advertising out of your feed?
They took out paid advertising from your feed, right? So now you're going to pay more money to get in people's feeds,
Right.
Right? And so they're doing this purposely. They're doing it to grow their business. Not like if you can post something organically, there's no reason to pay for it ever. So they're going to make you pay for it if you're a business. If you're a person, it doesn't really matter who you see. Sometimes you see your friends, sometimes you don't. But if you're a business, you're going to pay for ads, period.
But do you think you can have a goal to say, like, I want to grow my organic? Do you think that shouldn't be a goal in anyone's mind, that they should grow their organic following on a social media?
Not in the way that you're thinking. This is my opinion. No, I'm not saying you're right or wrong. In my opinion, you grow your following so that you have a group of people who you then can market to. So for me personally, I would grow a Facebook page to have my target market so that I can market to them. That's, to me, why you would grow it. Like, when you're talking about, like, these celebrities and you're talking about these big, like, people just naturally go see them, go check them out, go to their pages. And there's millions of people that do that for Kim Kardashian, or millions of people that do it for Joe Rogan. So their organic reach means something differently than some businesses' organic reach.
Well, we don't pay for any ads for right now for our podcast. All we do is post on social media organically. And I would say on a regular basis, we get more and more people organically seeing our content. Naturally, not even our followers, other people who are seeing our content through hashtags and things like that.
Well, I've never met someone that goes on Instagram and puts a hashtag in, ever. So, do you? Do you go on? You do?
You mean
You're the first person.
You mean search a hashtag?
Yes, you search hashtags.
If I'm looking for
Yeah. I do too. Absolutely.
I've searched for hashtags too.
I've never done that.
But you don't use that. You don't use Instagram.
I mean, I go on it. I mean, it's not like
But you don't use it to the maximum, like what it's meant for.
How else can you use it?
Exactly what we're saying we do use it for. I'll go on it and search things I'm interested in or something I'm following, a hashtag, and I'll
But I
find
thought
other
that's what that homepage thing is. Whatever it is.
explore page.
Yeah, isn't that?
That's based off an algorithm too, though. That's off of people you follow, things you like.
But isn't that off of hashtags as well?
No, the home feed is just for people that you follow and ads that come up along the way. If you want to find people outside, like maybe people you want to follow or you want to get in touch with in a certain area, like if we wanted to find other podcasts, you could search hashtag podcast and see what other podcasts come up.
If there's an event, especially like not to go dark, but if it's like a traumatic event, like a current event, something happens, how do you think people find that? Like if you put that into Instagram, it's going to search hashtags, right? Hashtag, especially for like 9/11 memorials type things. If you want to see people's posts, like you're a big military guy, right? You support it. That's how you'd see all that stuff. That's how it works. It's through people being never forget, always remember anything.
Yeah, but that's. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see it on Facebook too because they're trying to get you relevant news. So yeah, that's true.
And
But
so, and
what I'm
social. Go ahead.
No.
No, I'm just saying the campaigns too that we run, like getting people to hashtag certain things in their social media posts can help grow your following too through their social media profiles.
So, I'm not saying the stuff you're saying doesn't have value. What I'm saying is, like, I even see it in our Facebook group, right? Dude, like, there's a couple hundred people in there, right? I look at the stats at how many people see our stuff or see other people's stuff. It's not no 200 people.
Yeah, it's all relative, I mean, it's always going to be a percentage of the people who see your posts.
Yeah, but which makes organic posts a lot less.
But if you had
important.
an audience of 100,000 people, the number is much different. And those, say 3%, what is that, Albert? 3,000? 3% of 100,000 is it 3,000?
Yes.
Say it's 3,000 people that see it. It doesn't always have to be the same 3,000 people that see it every time. So the more you do it, the more organic posts you put out there, the more people you could potentially get in front of. That's the way I've always felt about it. I do agree with you in the fact that you're never going to reach everybody in your fan base. So it shouldn't be a main focus. It's just like, I want to grow. Like we had clients that were like, I want to get my Instagram to 10,000 followers so I can do the Instagram story swipe up thing. It should never be like the main focus. But I think regular content, like Gary Vee is like huge into that. Content. Just post content. Like we want to do, like Albert does for us on a regular basis. So it just reaches just exponentially the amount of people that you get in front of. I mean,
Sure.
do you do you see?
So reluctant.
But like, this is a question I asked at the table, and I don't think you answered it because you got a phone call. But do you not see value in regular organic posts on social media?
I'm a paid advertising guy, so no, I don't see it that much. And I know I follow a lot of people that are making multi-million dollars from their Facebook page that like never post.
Right, but if they were to stop running any ads, wouldn't their businesses just fall flat? As opposed to, I mean, we even do run like brand awareness ads where they're not intended to sell something immediately. If you build a following and then you were to stop, I'm not saying you can run your business to the same degree without paid advertising as you can organically. Like, I'm not saying that. But if you were to stop, you would have something to fall back on. You have...
No, you don't, because you have no control over it. Like Facebook tomorrow can say now the 3% is going to 1%. And then your business is gone. Whereas paid advertising, I know that's always going to be there.
As long as you're paying. As long as you're paying. That's your business isn't always there because it's dependent on what they do, as opposed to if you have a following of people that maybe you got through paid advertising. Maybe you reached them initially through that. Now they follow you. You always have those people. You're always going to be a loyal whatever the brand is because they got you through somehow. Now you follow them. That's all I'm saying. There's strength in that.
Okay. Here's like another thing that like my old business partner Gretchen has 275,000 Facebook fans. Means nothing. Means zero. She posts stuff on there. Very little interaction. Very little interaction. I've control of the web page right now. I can show you the insights and the analytics. Very little organic anything.
But would you consider those 217,000 people,
70,000,
270,000 people, a valuable audience for her? That if she could get in front of, would it be worth it?
Yeah, you have to pay for it, and that's what we had to do. We had to pay to get in front of them. Like that's why I'm saying like, I just feel like we had the other client that had 1.2 million followers. We would post something organically, they'd get like 3 likes. 1.2 million followers. Those people are not there because they like Corvettes.
Until we changed up what they were posting and more engagement type posts. I don't know what type of stuff Gretchen is posting, but maybe it's not engagement worthy.
It's all engagement. It's all recipes. That's all it is.
We also never found out how that other client you're referring to got all those followers. And we even were talking about it. Brianna mentioned it when we were talking. People buy followers. I'm not saying that that's important. Vanity numbers is different. I mean, and that's something that, again, I wanted to discuss. Like that should not be the focus, but having authentic numbers in large amounts could be valuable, right? Like you are a golf guy. You might get a brand might reach you through paid advertising, right? You're like, oh, cool. There's a discount. I could buy golf balls, which you always say you lose and you like to stock up on.
He loses a lot of them.
Please. Me.
Okay, don't get off topic.
If you lose a bunch, right? Because you lose them all so often. He's not even paying attention.
No, I'm just trying to see how many followers she has. Go ahead.
And you need to go buy more balls. You're probably going to go to that brand that reached you through maybe paid advertising now organically because you follow them. You're not going to wait around for a paid advertisement to come around again, are you? You buy Nike shoes because you know Nike. It doesn't take a paid advertisement to get you to buy them. It's a following now. I'm not saying small businesses that we work with, ourselves included, are like Nike or Joe Rogan or these big people, but isn't that something to strive for? And that's what we were saying. Shouldn't there be a goal of saying, hey, I don't care about the number because it is vain. I just want a large following that I can have some sort of leg to stand up on with selling to them organically. People that follow me, people that like me, people that like my business, they buy my products, they go to my website just to see our content and just to see our products without there being a deal shoved in front of their face through.
I think
social
for the
media.
top whatever percent, like the Kardashians and like maybe the Rogans, and maybe those people, you know, because their numbers are so big that even 1% of 50 million or 70 million or whatever the hell they have that follows them, maybe in that case, there's enough, but I don't think a business with 100,000 followers, I don't think they're going to be able to predict consistent sales from their organic reach. And it's all about consistency. It's all about being able to predict what you're going to make. Predict, like, if I know how much it costs me to acquire a customer on Instagram and Facebook, all I have to do is continue to spend money, and I know that my business is going to scale. You can't do that with organic. So to me personally, why would I spend time and energy growing organic or growing likes? You don't see anybody running Facebook ads anymore. Like my page, ever. That used to be the biggest thing. Like my page. Like, nobody does it anymore. You know why? Because you don't need to. All you need to do is pay for ads, and you get in front of anybody that you want. So no, I for me personally, I don't think there's that much value in it. Me personally.
What about even if you did pay for it, if you wanted to reach your 275,000 followers and you had to pay for it, do you think that audience would be valuable on that ad? Like if we targeted just the followers of her page.
I've done that, and a very small percentage of the people actually, do anything. Like I remember my old client. So, we. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah. That threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, it threw me off too a little bit.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? I know what I was going to say. I was on the phone with Facebook, right? And there was a time where we thought that when you get likes, marketing to the people who like your page was going to be cheaper. And it's not. Facebook's like, no, that doesn't mean anything. The only reason why it may be cheaper is because they know you. But other than that, there's nothing in our algorithm that makes it cheaper. So what I'm saying is, I personally, when you're talking about running a business, right, and you're doing something and then measuring the impact of it, then you're doing things to scale. Then you're doing, to me, no, it's not really that worth it to me. I much rather be able to predict and to be able to, know I'm going to get something out of it. So I feel like vanity numbers for a page is similar to posting organically. It's like kind of vanity. Now, I mean, if somebody's checking the page, yeah, you have to have stuff there. But, other than that, to me, it's really not that important. We can have different opinions on it, obviously.
I don't think we totally disagree. I'm just saying I think there's a place for both. I think paid, obviously, I'm a paid guy too. Like, I think it's more important to run paid advertising, of course, but I think there is a strong argument to say that organic posting is very important, and delivering content that people can make connections with is very important too, like after they follow you.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically that makes sense, but the problem is when you lean on that too much, then you lose control.
And I think it's got to be the right kind of content too. It's got to be like we went back and forth a lot. We would do some like just weird shit on social media that would get attention because it was just silly. But like, what kind of follower do you get from that? So that depends too. It's got to be relevant to what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And engaging.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we get it all out or no?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
For now,
I mean,
I guess.
And you have a call at 2. So
I do have a call at 2.
Right.
So I gotta get going.
All right, guys. Well, Klaviyo.
ecommerceuncensored.com/email. Sign up. I don't know if you're not using it by now and you've been listening to us. I don't know what the hell you're waiting for.
You're a dummy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Stop being ridiculous.
Right. ecommerceuncensored.com/Facebook to join our group.
Cool.
And
Thank you.
be one of the 1% of the people who see our stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. It's got to get the last word in always.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been episode 107. You can always check us out at ecommerceuncensored.com, and we'll talk to you guys real soon.
Later.
Bye-bye.